Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Time. For those of you who aren't in the know, this is where I go to Daily Mail website and just look at the news stories and try and make a past comment on them. That's what it is. And I do it because it gives the missus something to watch whilst we eat our lunch. There we go. That's the only reason I do it. Oh, it's unfortunately there's a lot of Israel Hamas stuff today, which isn't good. It's not good. Not good. But we do have weather news. Storm Babbitt is coming, and it will sweep across the Britain from tomorrow night, bringing up to 8 inches. And I know you ladies out there do enjoy 8 inches, but not necessarily 8 inches of rain, and ferocious 60-mile-per-hour winds, amid warnings that buildings could collapse. It'll be fine. So it's the second named storm of the season. I liked it when I was given women's names. It was always women's names. But yeah, we've got yellow severe weather warnings across 4 days from Wednesday to Saturday for a vast swathe of the UK, including much of Scotland, eastern Northern Ireland, northeast of England, Yorkshire, easterly Midlands and East Anglia. And there you go. As I've said before, do not drink the yellow rain. So avoid that one. Yeah, it'll be all right. And this is Thursday. Thursday don't look much better either. Oh, so is it worth even packing a brolly? And Friday, it's all going up north. So that's all right. That's fine as long as it stays away from me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was early. It was 2 more guitars out the door. Where were we? Don't worry, they were my guitars. Because we sell guitars to buy guitars, don't we? Weather. It was cold. Went down there, it's cold. Sorry about the interruption, but you know what it's like. If you come here, and Saturday it's still looking bad, but there's been talk of a second Indian summer for us at the end of October. So that might be good. Meanwhile, file this one under a new category: easy money. Easy money. Here we go. This is a first. This is a first in a sex discrimination tribunal. Yeah, Kingston Council took 2 years to change the employees' details on their pension records, door pass and name on staff directory after they transition. So it's man to a woman transition. And this trans woman, remember it's not a woman, it's a man who wants to be recognisable. That's why we put trans in front of it. Has won £25,000 for dead naming. Yay! Bingo! You won. Well done. Yeah, so they were given £25,423 in compensation, with 21,000 of that for injury to feelings. You can get money for hurt feelings? Jesus Christ. If only. I mean, crikey, on YouTube, people try and hurt your feelings all the time in the comment section. I could be a millionaire, Rodney. A millionaire. But there you go. So the work locker had a post-it note on it with the previous name crossed out and a new name written in instead. The employment tribunal heard, and the local authority was accused of dead naming them. Oh God, blimey! Is that a crime now? Jesus. But yeah, 25 grand, that is easy money, isn't it? That is easy money for hurt feelings. You can get money for hurt feelings now. There you go. Meanwhile, in medical news, we are going to Darlington Memorial Hospital, where paramedics from the North East Ambulance Service, NEAS, took an individual whose name hasn't been revealed. They took them there on Friday and they were declared dead. Well, that's not good, is it? That's not good. But don't worry, the person woke up in hospital hours later, and now the ambulance service has been forced to apologise for causing distress. There's money in that. You can get money for hurt feelings now. So, Andrew Hodge, the service director of paramedicine, said, "As soon as we were made aware of this incident, we opened an investigation and contacted the patient's family. We're deeply sorry for the distress this has caused them. A full review has been undertaken and we're unable to comment any further at this stage." So there you go. They can't tell the difference between somebody who's alive and someone who's dead. So there you go. And this is why, during the old days, some people requested to have a bell in the coffin so they could ring it, just in case they weren't dead. I mean, I don't know about that. What else have we got? There's not a lot going on here, I'm afraid. Here we go. Okay, bit of fun. Let's have some fun. Do you want some fun? This is an unnamed man, right, who was left red-faced. He was having a therapy session, an online therapy session, and yeah, this is this a tweet? I think again, I can't tell if this is a tweet or whatnot these days. But yeah, this person revealed that during a therapy session, their friend was online describing his trauma, right? And when he was asked if he was okay, he did a thumbs up like that. And apparently this caused macOS, which has got a new feature called video reactions, to let off huge fireworks behind his head. Yeah. And here's what, this isn't the guy, this is just what Apple shows you. Apparently, if you're doing, I guess it's FaceTime or whatnot, their new, imagine like, I don't know, you're arranging a funeral and you go, that sounds all right. So yeah, so be very careful. Turn off the video reactions functions in macOS. I didn't know it was there. I'm show you I'm not paying attention. So yeah, that's funny. Meanwhile, in employment news, yes, this is Cottesmore School in West Sussex has paid out. They're paying out $32,000 a year to a new head teacher. Yeah, but this head teacher won't give pupils a ticking off or make speeches in assembly, because the new principal head teacher at the private boarding school in West Sussex is named Abigail Bailey. In his AI, yes, digital chatbot has been employed as a teacher in the UK. Yeah, Tom Rogerson, the human headmaster of Cottesmore School, believes that she, well, it's not a she, it's not real, will play an important role. The prep schools work with an AI developer to create a robot to support the headmaster in his duties. God, did you have deputy head teacher on your AI replacing humans bingo card? Because I didn't. Fuck me. That's going to go wrong. That's going to go so wrong. It's just going to firm everything. But yeah, Mr. Rogerson hopes Miss Bailey It should have been called the Teachotron 2000, so we know what it is. We'll give them advice on issues ranging from supporting fellow staff members to helping pupils with ADHD and writing school policy. They reckon the technology works in a similar way to ChatGPT, and said, Ruston said the AI principle has been developed to have a wealth of knowledge in machine learning and educational management. And speaking to the Telegraph, he says sometimes having someone or something there to help you is a very calm influence. It's nice to think someone who's unbelievably well trained is there to help you make decisions. The school itself, like I said, is a 30. I might have said it wrong in the opening. The AI isn't being paid. It's a school that's £32,000 a year. I may have stumbled over my words at the beginning. And AI, digital teacher. Okay. Well, at least if it's a boys' school, at least the boys won't fall in love with Miss Bailey. Or will they? Because there was that guy who tried to kill the Queen who fell in love with his chatbot, didn't he? Yeah. And how did that turn out? Not good. Not good. I'm trying to find good stuff. There's a bedbug story. Who wants a bedbug story? We were covering this last week. This is the story of Laura Adam Perona Wright, who took their 2-year-old son Vinny to Butlins in Minehead. It's funny because it says Minehead Resort in Kent. No, Minehead ain't in Kent. Well, that's very, very wrong. And here is Laura with Adam. There you go. And they went to Minehead for a little staycation. And what did they find? They found bedbugs at the resort. And they reckon they were bitten hundreds of times. And she's actually got a picture of his... Oh, they bit him in his scalp. Oh, as well as all over his body. Oh, there you go. So you've got to be careful. So it's not good. And here is a map of bedbug infestation. Red being very high and yellow being moderate. Are they coming for you? Meanwhile, pharmacies warn of shortages for bedbug bite treatment. Yes, because of the French invasion of bedbugs. There could be a shortage of cream. Hydrocortisone acetate cream, HC45. There you go. Could be running out. Panic everyone. There's always panic buying, isn't there? Can't do that. We've gone back to Hamas and Israel again. Can't do that. Can't do that. Oh, nope, not doing that. Oh, that's not good, is it? Meanwhile, in our stay-at-home file, this is the story of a British traveller who was flying to Turkey. Unfortunately, they don't have any pictures or any footage, which is a bit of a letdown. But yeah, the 61-year-old woman was so intoxicated that they were forced to divert to Turkey. Yeah, the Briton was flying from Glasgow to Antalya in Turkey, where she allegedly started shouting and punching the crew 2 hours after the plane took off. She managed to injure herself after she hit her face on the seat, and the crew were unable to calm her. So they made an emergency landing at Macedonia in Thessalonica in Greece, and she was arrested by airport police officers. And she was taken to the local prosecutor's office and was charged with obstructing traffic, disorderly conduct on aircraft in flight, and disobeying pilot orders. I didn't know it was a crime. And she'd been referred to be tried at in a procedure at the criminal court in Thessalonica. She allegedly refused to apologise during the preliminary investigation. Boy, was she drunk. Unfortunately, there was no pictures. Boring. I only clicked on there. I'd like to see the pictures. That's no good, is it? Sorry, some grim stories on here today. Okay. Do you want to disappear within hours? Well, we've got some tips to help you just evaporate into air. This is Andrew Bustamante, who is a former CIA agent. Here he is. You can tell he's a confident dude because he's got his hands on his hips. Look, I'm sure he's got his legs splayed as well. And he's going to tell us how to disappear. Okay. Right. He says, I can walk you through the 3 steps right now that can help you disappear tomorrow. But none of them are convenient. But they're all extremely secure. Okay. Okay. He said the first thing you do, every piece of digital technology you have is connected to you, which is connected to you in any way, is now dead. You just let the battery run out forever, never touch it again, starting at this moment. Okay. He then went on to add that you have to obtain essential electronics like laptops and smartphones through theft or the black market. I don't know about that. He says you're going to need the advantage of that technology without it being in your name. Okay. He says once you're set up on the technological front, you know, you do what you have to do, whether you're stealing every step of the way or whether you're on the run or on a massive con. So yeah, okay, so I don't know, this doesn't sound good. So he said, if you want to go and be Bill for the rest of the afternoon, tell people your name is Bill, and they're not going to question you. I don't know. I don't. Where is is that the 3 steps? It's not very good, is it? Get rid of your electronics. Steal your electronics. Pretend to be someone else. Okay. I don't think that's going to work, do you? I don't think that's going to work. Have you ever disappeared before? Leave a comment, leaving your name, address and details in the box below. I tell you, there's some grim stories on here today. Got a bit of royal news, but I don't want to do that. Who's a fan of US rapper Tekashi 69? Anyone? No? Well, anyway, he was arrested on Friday night, and his arrest was apparently caught on camera. Where's the footage? Where's the footage? This is rubbish. It was on the front page. Wait a minute. It's not very good footage, but here he is, being bundled away. Ooh, no, he's being bundled away. Ooh. Those of you who aren't familiar with the rapper, he looks like this. You can't miss him. You know, he's described as trouble rapper. His real name is Daniel Hernandez. Was wanted on the Caribbean island. This is in the Dominican Republic. In relation to the assault of 2 music producers. The alleged attack was related to the rapper's girlfriend, and this was reported in Diario Libre. So there you go. He's been he's been arrested again. Does anyone care? Does anyone care? Because he was arrested for he was actually facing 47 years in prison when he was charged with racketeering, firearm possession, armed robbery. But then he decided to go, state's evidence, and then got that reduced to 2 years because he snitched. A lot of people want him, they want him out. There you go. That's something. Good news. The British economy is showing signs of resilience. Yay. That's good. Shall we read it? Does anyone care? Ewell Bull, UK chairman of the accountancy firm it's spelled E-Y. Is it E-Y or Anyway, he said the cost of debt is set to be the biggest headwind for the economy over the next 12 months, with the consequences of business and consumers. But he said, with added interest rates weighing heavily on growth, there's still signs of resilience from which we can take positives. Inflation is heading in the right direction, average wages are rising in real terms once more, and household and corporate balance sheets remain unusually healthy. A lot better than Europe. Don't say anything. Shh. Don't say anything. So there you go. Maybe there are green shoots of recovery coming after all. Maybe. Yeah, I saw this last week. It's not a good story. It's a bad story. And it's the story of Lenny the cat. Right? Lenny the cat lived in Warwickshire. Does it say whereabouts? Here he is. Let's have a look at Lenny the cat. But what happened to Lenny the cat wasn't good, right? Because we do have a video, but there's probably going to be an advert. Yes, there's a blooming advert. It's a 30-second ad on a 20-second video. Can you believe that? Yeah. But yeah, I'm warning you before we watch this. This isn't a pleasant video. So if you have a nervous disposition, look away. It's not a good video for Lenny the cat. I'm just warning you. But yeah, this story dropped last week, and there's been an update on it. I didn't run it last week because I was waiting for this moment. Here we go. So this guy, right? He's a dog walker, and he's remonstrating with his dog, right? And look, the dog's scared of him, and you'll find out why in a minute. And the cat's kind of just minding his own business. And he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Yeah, and that's what he did to Lenny the cat. And unfortunately, Lenny the cat passed away after that. Yeah. They reckon that the shock of it killed him. And yeah, a spokesman for Warwickshire Police says, "We understand residents have been left shocked and appalled by the incident, which we'd like everyone to know a criminal investigation is underway. A suspect has been identified and arrangements have been made to interview him. We will continue to update the public on the progress of this investigation." Well, firstly, you should take his dog away from him, because you could tell by the dog's body language that it was very, very scared of him. Very scared. That isn't your normal discipline your dog cow. Some dogs, that was a dog that was very scared of that man. And then, poor Lenny. Lenny's owner said that he was a street cat, but his friendly presence was a familiar comfort to the whole neighbourhood. She said, "At first I was gobsmacked when she saw the footage which was caught on door cam. She was like, how could anyone do that? It's just a shock to a lot of people in the street. Even people who've come around the area who walk their dogs. Wasn't even bothered by them. So for a man to do what he did, he wouldn't have even gone up to the dog. He's used to people passing him by and being friendly. But yeah, after it happened, he stayed in the house more, didn't want to go out, and he went downhill from there." But yeah, poor Lenny. We've had him since he was a kitten and was 12 weeks old. He was a very friendly cat. We lived here 23 years, and he was just over 20. So he wasn't a young kit. And yeah, apparently many people have reached out, even dog owners and people who aren't friends of cats, to commiserate. But yeah, very sad. But yeah, Ring doorbell footage caught the incident. Very sad story, that. Poor Lenny. But hopefully they'll throw the book at him. Meanwhile, medical news. This one's just popped up. This is the story of Sarah Haslam, who's 44. And originally, she thought she was expecting another child, because her friends thought she was pregnant, because she looked like she was in the Pudding Club. Here's a picture of her. Right? But it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was a 2-stone tumour in her uterus. And unfortunately, after the tumour's been removed, she feels like Frankenstein's monster, because it's like left a rather invasive scar on her stomach. I won't show it, because it's a pretty unpleasant scar. It runs vertically down her stomach. Yeah, she before she'd developed uterine fibrosis, which is a non-cancerous growth on her uterus, and this time, it got even bigger. The tumour caused the 44-year-old's weight to drop by 7 stone, going from a size 12 to a size 4. And in order to save her life, Sarah's entire womb was removed during a 6-hour hysterectomy back in December 2021. And she's left with a 7-inch scar across the length of her abdomen. And since then, Sarah's returned to her normal weight. And again, with that incident, I think the NHS really do need to provide cosmetic support, because it's it's a rather invasive scar she's got there. What else have we got? Is there any more? Trying to find some other one. Here we go. More medical news. You've had breast implants, you've had Botox, fillers, lifts, tucks, Brazilian bums, you name it. But now a new surgical procedure could be coming to the fore. And what is it? Foreskin regeneration. It's a bit like Doctor Who, but on the end of your knob. I'm so demonetised. Yeah, what they reckon. This is a new technique that they're exploring, right? And they've only done it on animal penises. Okay, so what? They've gone around circumcising animals and then regenerating their foreskins. That sounds a bit cruel, doesn't it? But basically, the new technique works by removing cells from a donor's... wait a minute, a donor's foreskin, excuse me, and then growing the patient's cells over the top. And the newly grown foreskin is then surgically attached to the patient's penis. So I'm going to have another man's foreskin on what? I don't like the sound of that. But this is the foreskin that was implanted into a mouse. Yeah, you can't really see much because we're talking about mouse dick, which is something that Mrs. often calls me. As a sign of endearment, I like to think. And yeah, and this is the foreskin after its cell removed. Okay, I'm done. I'm eating my sandwich at this point. I'm going like that. I'm going, and the missus is probably doing the same. But yeah, it could be the next big thing. And in a survey, right, circumcised men, how much they ask circumcised men if they want their foreskins back. 59% said they wouldn't. 31% said they'd pay, and 9.1% said they'd pay more than $20,000. I'm happy without it, you know. I'm happy without it. You know, it's one less thing to worry about, isn't it, really? End of me cock matches are top of my head now, so everything's fine, isn't it? But yeah, but the trials will involve 15 men, and yeah, and they will involve removing cells from adult human foresticks donated by deceased men. It gets worse. Dead men's foreskin on your cock. Oh, I'm so demonetised. It's all over. It's all over. Cancelled. It's finished. I'm out of here. I'm stopping there. That's enough. Enough. I wish I'd never seen it. I wish I'd never seen that story. Meanwhile, now, you know I was talking about injured feelings earlier. Well, a museum. All right, museum has come under fire. The National Museum Wales, right, may have broken the law because they paid £325,000, right, in a settlement to the former boss David Anderson, right, when he left, right, because he quit back in March, and they gave him a payoff, and they reckon 50,000 of that was due to injured feelings. Oh, contradictory. Now, Anderson was controversial because he said that Britain wasn't great and branded the Brexit vote collective delusional madness. No, it's working out really well. Remember, we haven't gone into recession whilst the Eurozone has, so I see it as a Brexit bonus, but no one's talking about it. But yeah, during his 13-year tenure, the organisation attracted criticism for displaying placards for Black Lives Matter protests and censoring a portrait of a hero of the Battle of Waterloo. But then it's emerged that chiefs at the museum had reached a settlement agreement after the former schoolteacher was threatened to bring a tribunal claim. And they broke it down. There's $225,000 in salary and pension covering November 2021 to September 2024. That's good money, isn't it? £50,000 tax-free compensation for injury to feelings, $30,000 in expenses, and a $20,000 tax-free termination payment for loss of office. However, Welsh Auditor General Adrian Compton says he's unable to conclude as to whether the National Museum of Wales and its trustees fully complied with the requirements of charity law. And yeah, and basically, he wonders if they took advice on the success of a claim of employment tribunal, risks and likely value of the claim. So there you go. You can't have your feelings hurt. Yes. The investigation continues. There you go. What else have we got? Got anything else we can do? Alan Titchmarsh says he finds cancel culture so terrifying. He's very careful now what he says in public. Too right, Alan. You're in that demographic as being old, white, and a man. Could lose your job very easily, couldn't you? Very easily. But I'm ready to take over. Wouldn't last a week. What else have we got? Oh my God, here we go. They're running new adverts on the TV. Again, wow. This is up in Scotland. They're running HIV ads. Oh my goodness, this is something since the 80s and 90s. It's gone off the boil. And yeah, they're trying to destigmatise HIV. Okay, I don't think many people are aware of it. You need to tell them what HIV is in the first place, wouldn't you? Because like COVID, it's no longer a thing, is it? Meanwhile, in the don't eat the mushrooms or take the stairs file, Caroline Adriano, right, passed away in late May. And here she is. And she was a victim of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And she testified against them. Right? But yeah, she died. And they say it was an accidental overdose. Okay. But her mother said that she doesn't believe it, and no one's given her any answers when questioned. She was found dead in May in a Florida hotel room. And yeah, her mother is questioning the whole thing. But yeah. But who knows? Reading this, it sounds like she did just take too many drugs. But yeah, the police investigation would be closed this week. But her mother said it shouldn't be closed. I begged them. I sent them numerous messages, asked to make meetings, contact me, and to no avail. So there you go. But yeah, it was the crack what done it, according to their reports. Not the crack, not in the Irish term. I'm talking about the crack, as in crack pipe. Yep. Meanwhile, we have a bizarre optical illusion where a passenger plane caught another plane in flight, and it looks like it's just floating in air because I guess the two planes are travelling at the same speed. And so, yeah, it just looks like it's hanging in the air. Isn't it marvellous? Isn't it marvellous? Don't worry, I've got your animal story. I've got your animal story. This, we're going to, I guess this is Australia. Did it say where it is? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say where it is. But I'm going to play you the video. It involves a kangaroo. Please don't let it be. Yes, there's an advert, but it's only a 14-second advert this time. But this is in Australia, and you'll see what the problem is. The kangaroo looks like it's trying to drown the dog, and then it attacks the dog owner, who drops his camera, drops his phone. And that's some good footage you got there. And yeah, look at that kangaroo. You are not messing with him. Run away. Just run away. Get your dog and run away. Look, the dog's got the right idea. And yeah. But Layla, if that happened to you, you're... Oh, it looks like it's dead. Its tongue is hanging out. I don't know if you can see that. Shame I ain't got a zoom lens. She's fast asleep. There you go. So that was the news. That was the news. The guy and the dog was okay, but just don't fight kangaroos. They're dangerous. Anyway, anyone in? 12 people in. Crikey, it's almost a party. Payne says, good afternoon. Same to you. So just think how much Rodney is due for Trigger calling him Dave all those years. Exactly all those hurt feelings. He says, I'm sure met a few in my failed teacher training time who were robots, or robot teachers. Does not compute. Runs in, he says, hi there. Simon says, I remember when the magician Paul Daniels made the elephant disappear. That was one impressive trick, amazing, isn't it? And Tony says, afternoon, Darren. Not that Tony Hart, because that Tony Hart's dead, isn't he? It's a different Tony Hart. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know you've got to drink it up. Ta-ta.